First time they met since the NCAA tournament last year. McKee had his number and Red has the answer. So we go to 149 pounds now. Our penultimate match of the evening. It's Christian Miller for Nebraska here against Brayton Lee, a redshirt freshman out of the greater Indianapolis area for Minnesota.
Having a great year, Brayton Lee is. Nice work at the Cliff King tournament earlier in the season. Nice straight on shot. And heavily favored this match.
Well, Miller for Nebraska is filling in for Colin Purrington here, who is 13-8, 3-5 in the Big Ten, and bumping up here from 141 pounds. Sophomore out of Plainview, Nebraska, 12-2 on the year. But the one match that Mark Manning said, even though it was a losing effort, that really impressed him this year from Miller was, you go back to very early in the season, November 10th against Dom Demas of Oklahoma. 13-10 the final score in favor of the Sooner, but an impressive effort there from the sophomore Miller.
Yeah, you know, Dom Demas is explosive, got a beautiful inside trip, can go ahead and go upper body with you, and just a dangerous wrestler. Always puts a lot of points on the board, even in his losses, and so it's a good effort, 13-10. You know, and Mike, you got to be a tough out, right? If you want to become good at this level, you got to be able to take risk, but then fight like heck to be able to get yourself back into a neutral position and take these shots. And it's kind of the first thing that happens. When a guy takes a bad shot, so no matter what that is, just not giving up points, not conceding points. And you can build from there. You can see why Coach Manning is high on Miller. He's battling in the ties. He's measuring those shots. You can sense him coming. He's got good reactions to it. These shots at this point. Hasn't got his offense, so there's an opportunity for him to potentially put something up.
And he's moved around in weight classes for them too. Last year, split time between 33 and 41.
Right there is correct. Good job by Lee.
Lead is 4-1.
Exactly what I'm talking about there. But when you take the risk of taking the shot, don't get spun around. You got to square up. You got to find a way to fight just a little bit harder in that position. Lee took advantage of that shot.
Lee, the native Hoosier out of Brownsburg High School. An impressive collection of professional athletes have come out of there just within the last decade. You've got in the NBA, Gordon Hayward, who's with the Celtics, Drew Storen, who plays with the Phillies, and Tucker Barnhart, who's with the Reds, the catcher.
Wow, heck of a baseball program.
Yeah. Miller gets one on the escape.
I'm the athletic director, the development director of the school. I'm talking about those guys.
Lee quickly responds.
Name a field after you.
It's senior night for 7 seniors. You're inside Maturi Pavilion for Minnesota, but getting a good contribution here at 149 from the redshirt freshman Brayton Lee, ranked 7th in the country.
Here's the advantage of being out there all season and going against a guy who's really spotting time. You can really test his will. Going for stall underneath, giving up another point. Makes the score 7-2. Gives up the escape. And there's nothing more fun than we've seen this before. The other wrestlers, particularly the last 3 weights, where the guy with the lead was really emptying the tank and getting the attacks off.
Think about the implications for that heading into the postseason for Minnesota, ranked 13th in the country coming into action today. But as we talked about right at the very beginning of the broadcast, how beyond Iowa at number 1, beyond Penn State, there's at number 2 for the Nittany Lions. NC State is 3rd. The spots beyond that, especially as you think about team trophies, have been somewhat interchangeable this year. And Minnesota last year finished 8th
You know, and I would say this is that where Minnesota was as a program a few years back, to say that he would be competing for a team trophy, they're still in it for that group. And you got maybe a potential champion finalist like Brayton Stevenson. You're in it. It may take only 3 to 4 guys, 3 to 4 All-Americans, and you can point to this lineup, and Minnesota's a see 3 to 4 All-Americans easily. So, done a nice job of bringing their program back. And what's exciting about this, you'll see in the round of 12, which, basically occurs after the semifinal round of the national tournament. There'll be a lot of people sticking around because it'll be a great round, and you'll see a lot of team. A team that maybe was at 12th place is all of a sudden is going to show up at 5th place and has 4 guys that are All-Americans and maybe hunt for a team trophy. There'll be a lot of change around. I like the way Lee is getting after his attacks.
Well, you and I even talked about the strength of beyond the Big Ten.
Yeah.
The Ivy League too has gotten stronger this year as Princeton got a little bit more with Matt Kolodzik coming out of a red shirt.
Yeah, you did the Kolodzik match. Then we came back up
against Columbia.
Yeah, against Columbia, and that puts a new dynamic into that 149-pound weight class with a multi-time All-American being back in the lineup, and also with escape. Look at the hustle over here by Lee. Really laying it on.
And Kolodzik has already jumped into the rankings coming out of the red shirt at number 4, the top 2 at that weight class in the Big Ten, Sammy Sasso and Pat Lugo.
Yeah, Sasso's had a fantastic season. Lugo, little battler, and this don't count out this Brayton Lee. If you can go ahead and run up attacks like this is an exciting wrestler who can put up points.
Well, this has been a remarkable last few minutes for Lee.
Yeah, I think it's just that the fellow hasn't had a lot of hard training to be in here. He's going to end up riding out. You've got to make sure you're not looking at the team, you're looking at your coach.
Well, the whole bench has been standing, clamoring for the freshman Lee, who closes out with 2 minutes, 40 seconds riding time. And the tech fall, perhaps, other than a pin, the most dominant finish we've seen.
Hardly breathing.
A lot to like for Brandon Eggum and the Gophers at 149 pounds.
Nice job on that bear hug, and it just his intensity increased. One of the most fun feelings in our sport is when you have that. You feel the other